go beyond the broad walks, we reveal the reasons for the Plitvice Lake's drone ban and expose the untouched, stunning parts of the park that only a handful of visitors ever see. The Plitvice Paradox. Reaching Plitvice National Park by public transport is a challenge in itself. We went from Ljubljana to Plitvice Lakes by the public transport. We first took a Flixbus from Ljubljana to Zagreb and waited for some time and changed over to another bus from Zagreb to Plitvice National Park. While we undertake this journey towards the Plitvice National Park, let us discuss why it is important to travel to Plitvice itself in order to take this tour. There are many operators operating out of either Split or Zagreb who can take you on a day trip to the Plitvice Lakes National Park. However, to reach from either of these cities can take several hours in the morning. This will mean that you will only reach the Plitvice National Park around 9:30 or 10 o'clock. By that time, the park is already crowded. The best time to go inside the park is the early morning hours. So we highly recommend staying the night at either Mukinje or at Rakovica and entering the park quite early in the morning. We refueled ourselves at Zagreb and waited for our next bus in order to reach Plitvice National Park.
We have reached Rakovica, which is one of the places where you can stay in Plitvice. It is about 11 to 12 kilometers away from the national park. This is entrance 1 of the Plitvice Lakes. We have got down at the entrance 2 of Plitvice National Park and is currently on our way to our hotel.
For those who plan to stay at Mukinje, please travel light because this is the road that will take you from the bus stop to the Mukinje village.
This is where we are going to stay at Mukinje. This is our apartment at Plitvice National Park. This is the kitchen. This is the dining area. We have one room there. And another room here. Beautiful, quaint place. It's 7:45 and we have checked out of our Airbnb and going towards Plitvice National Park. We are halfway through towards entrance number 2. There is hardly any sound except bird songs since this forested land, and it's a really peaceful place. Beautiful and peaceful round.
Good morning. It's about 8:20 and we are at the entrance 2 getting up on the bus. We would be taking the trail H. It's starting to rain, which is not a good sign. We have the first distant view of the lakes, barely visible from the bus. The lake is gradually coming closer, but it's drizzling quite a bit. While While on the bus, suggests that you sit on the right side to get the distant view of the lakes from the bus itself. The bus has dropped us and we are going to follow the route H. This is station 3 and this is where we will start walking. This is where the trail starts. This kind of landscape is known as karst topography, primarily because there is chemical reaction in the limestone of the area, leading to the formation of the kind of topography that we see here. The water in the river is coming primarily from the underground. That's why it never dries up here at Plitvice National Park. The trail is well demarcated. The first sight of the waterfall. There are waterfalls in every side. The waterfall is beautiful in itself, and there is a grey heron sitting right in front of it. The park is alive in autumn colors. The sun is also shining through, making the landscape brilliant. We have really heard a lot about the autumn colors in Plitvice National Park, and it is really beautiful here. If you look closely towards the end of the land formation, there is chemical erosion in this area, which is typical of karst topography. That is a feature of Plitvice National Park. Can you see the tree trunks under the water? There's a lot of reflection, so it's difficult to see. But these tree trunks will, in time, chemically degenerate in order to form limestone, which is a part of the natural topography. What beautiful colors! The logs are visible clearly here, and the calcification process has started, which will finally lead to the formation of the karst topography. The emerald blue color of the lake is visible here. The rest of the trail was so sunny that we could only see the reflection of the trees in the water, thereby hiding the emerald blue color. Forget what you learnt in chemistry class. The water here is not blue because of a simple reflection. It's a chemical reaction powered by tiny microscopic organisms and the bizarre formation of a mineral called travertine, the heart of the secret. Plitvice is literally building itself every single day. The same mineral process that creates a vibrant turquoise color also makes the entire ecosystem impossibly fragile. Camera drone soaring over this delicate structure is considered a direct threat, and even a simple stone could crash the whole system. The reason for drone ban is environmental protection. However, a bird's eye view reveals the hidden lakes and cascading system that most tourists will never see from the broad walks. We are currently at P2, and from here we are going to travel to P3 across Lake Kozjak. Now, while we wait here for our boat, let us talk about the different routes that are there in the park. Now, if you are coming in through entrance 1, then the best possible route is route C, which covers both the upper and the lower legs. But if like we did, if you are taking the entrance 2, then we can cover it with route H, which is a reverse of route C. Primarily it covers all the lakes of the upper and the lower Plitvice region, but the only difference is that while you are coming via route C, then most of the track is uphill. However, route H is primarily downhill. The flip side of the same is that when you approach the waterfalls, most of the waterfalls is behind you at the beginning. You have to come in the front slowly. But in route C, you will be facing all the waterfalls while you walk on the track. This is a beautiful pier here. Right across we can see P1. Reached Pier 3. We explored a hidden perspective from outside the park and discovered a cascading tire system, the true stairway to heaven that completely changes your understanding of the park's layout. We are going towards the cliff view, and this is the view. How beautiful is the view from here? Absolutely amazing. We call it the 1% trail, the reason why you watch this video. The tourist crush concentrates on the lower lake, route B and C. They are beautiful but noisy and crowded. We have got off the grid. We have seen the cliff viewpoint and is currently on the road again. It's a little difficult to identify. You have to branch off from the main road in order to get to the viewpoint.
One of the ways to identify this place is if you see the signboard here marked Ethno Garden, where it is marking you have to take the road which is opposite to that and walk a bit in the front before branching off into the right. This crossroad, if you are confused, you have to take the left one, which has a marker here.
We have taken the long, lesser known trail that leads to the source of the park's main river and the absolute quiet of the upper lake's remote edges.
We are back on our track H and we'll be going towards Veliki Slap or the big waterfall. We were seeing this place from the opposite side up in the hills where we have gone for the cliff view. Now we have returned to the other side in the normal route H and we will be seeing the waterfalls from a closer view. So we have come down to the lower lakes. There is quite a huge number of people here who have started their Plitvice journey from the lower lakes, entrance 1. We have done the reverse and we are towards the completion of the trek. If you take a closer look at this place, this is where we are here. That is the cliff view. You see the 180-degree view from here, and now we are just opposite to that lane. Big fish in the water here. Even this route is quite picturesque, only that the waterfall is towards your back.
If you have made it this far, you are not just a tourist, you are a traveler. You now hold the map of Plitvice's best kept trail, the timings and the geological anomaly that makes this place worth protecting. And if you truly value what you saw today, that pristine water, that silence, do us two things. Hit the subscribe button and ring the bell notification, and share this video with one person who can appreciate this secret.
The Veliki Slap or the big waterfall. This is the last bit of the trail, which is pretty uphill. An interesting fact about Plitvice National Park is that this place has been inhabited since the Stone Age.
Let's keep the crowds on the main path and keep the real heart of Plitvice a secret among those who respect it. Now go plan the trip you deserve. Feel free to reach out to us if you require additional information about planning your trip to the Plitvice Lakes National Park.
Finally, we have made it back to Station 1.
Station 1. Now we have finished walking, going back from Station 1 to Station 2 by bus.
See you on the other side of Croatia.